about their calibration. And after you make forward to just switch through. Then after you are done, you press enter. You come down, you can set the date also as well. You can set either supposed to be in US ISO, and this is Europe standard, so it's dependent on where you are. Okay, so if you are in the United States of America, you can just use the US, and this is in the Europe. It's in okay, Europe, day, month, and year. I think this is nice. Okay, so you let me change because this controller is an American controller. Okay, so now when I switched on to the day, month, and year, you see the dates has been switched. So it's 16th of December 2024. The time is 2:10. Okay, so the day of the week is Monday. Wow, it's Monday. And daylight saving. Okay, so after you are done, you can just press back. That is the escape. And these are timers. What do we have to know about the timers here? So here timers, press enter. This is the on delay. So you could set the on delay timer. You can set also the minimum run time. When we talk about a minimum run time, what do we mean? When the pump, for example, this is automatic shutdown disabled. When I remove this one, when I remove the automatic shutdown disabled, I could set this to, this has been set to 1 minute. This is the minimum. Okay, the minimum is 1 minute. So then, if the pump should run by itself and the automatic shutdown disabled has been enabled, what is going to happen is when the pump runs and the set pressure that has been set, if it attains that set pressure within 1 minute, the pump itself has to go off. So then the pump will be stable. Okay, but if it does not attain the set pressure that we want, it will keep on running and run until you manually switch it off. So this is the timer that we are talking about, the minimum time. So then you would come to the pressure. Okay, so the pressure, this is where you are going to find the units. So the units that we are using now is 380 psi. So you could change it from here also as well. So you can see that level 1 password can also change the units. So you see how important passwords are. Okay, and the same could also change the stats. Okay, if I press this, you see I cannot also 266, 265. Okay, so level 1 password is dangerous also as well, because somebody can just come and alter and it could just bring a whole lot of problems. Because if I set this pressure above the cut-in of the jockey pump, it means to say this is going to run before the jockey pump, and it's serious. Okay, so this is the cutout pressure also as well. The stop is 400 psi. So this is where we did that. It is it's automatic shutdown is disabled. That is why it is showing automatic shutdown disabled. So this is where we did that. Let's see if it's also on level 1. Oh, so you see it's also on level 1. So you could also change it also with the level 1. So it's so serious. Okay, so this is the overpressure alarm. It's enabled. This is the limits, 125. The delta is 10 psi. RE and calibration. Okay, so in case you would want to set up this system, you can find the calibration of the jumping pump that we did the last time, and you will see it's the same. When we talk about calibration, what we mean is we have standard. Okay, so then whatever that we have needs to be calibrated according to what is there. All right. So from the calibration, let's see if the calibration is also level 1. Oh. So then it says calibration. The actual pressure now is 379, 380, set to 0. So then in calibration, I said earlier that you need to calibrate to a system, to a standard. So for example, if the pressure gauge now is showing 300 psi now, and this is showing 375, 379, then it means if the pressure gauge is correct, the reading is correct, and the controller is wrong, we need to calibrate the controller against the pressure gauge. Okay, so in case the jockey pumps on is good and this is not, so we need to calibrate it against the jockey pumps on, right? So then we will have the same pressure. Okay, it will be very awkward when you see that the jockey pump is showing like 385 and this is showing like 360. It's quite margin, right? So then it will just cause a whole lot of issues setting up the cuttings and the cutouts. So what we're gonna do here now, let's see. When you want to start this, what you have to do is the zero calibration is set to 0. So you are going to, but first and foremost, what you have to do is you have to interlock this one. You have to lock it, so then it will not run. Okay. So if I press enter now it's asking for password for level 2. Okay, password for level 2. So if I put in the password for level 2, I can set the low pressure. Okay, but now I am not okay. So I will go back. Then because the system is already set, I took time to set it up. I don't want to mess it up again. Okay, so on the span calibration, the span is set to the high pressure now. So after you are done, you will have to pressurize with the other pump to the highest. Then you would just come to the set to span, enter, then put level 2 password. Then you can increase or decrease dependent on the pressure that is showing. Okay, you can also reset to default also as well, but that is not what you're doing. So after you are done, then you just save it. You just press enter, save this. Immediately you press enter. After you are done and you press enter, it will save it automatically. Then after you will just go back, you will see your pressure being calibrated. Okay, so we go back. Then from here you could also see the motor and the power, alarm limit, feature settings, option settings. Let's see what is here. Fail to start. Okay, in case I would want to demonstrate fail to start, I could just put enter. Okay, and audible or alarm, we can just do it here. Test solenoid, we could also test by using the solenoid that is here to drain water to start the pump. Okay, and option settings. So let's go back. So the rest is event log, data history. Data history will show you the history, the calls, the starts, the run time, the pump last time. So somebody could just come in and check whether the pump, the last time that it's run. Okay, it's a whole lot. You can just go through, then you just find. So the main focus, and this is factory. What is there on the factory? Configuration, diagnostics. Okay, in case you want to configure something, let's see what is there. Okay, this is the model, and this is the ADC calibration. When you will want to calibrate the volts and the amps. Okay, you could also do it here. Okay, so it's all dependent on what you're looking for. And I think the last time that we calibrated this, we used the level 3 password. Level 3 password. Okay, so we are going to check the system's amps that is coming to the incoming supply. Then we calibrate it against it to the one that is on the controller, so then it will be the same. Alright, so after you are done, you just press back, and your system is ready. Alright, so this is how we go by